welcome to Gabbing It Up. This is our
Welcome.
5th episode.
That's crazy. We've been doing this shit for a month.
A whole month.
That's wild.
It is really crazy. It's been really fun though.
All of you are triggered.
No, we have some stands.
And I just want to say thank you so much. We're really not doing this for anything. Like, we're not really making money at all from this venture. So thank you so much for your support.
Like, you would think that they have like ads or like it's monetized, like how YouTube videos are monetized. No, it's not like that. So all we got is Patreon. But if you want to join and you want to see our little faces every single week, you should go subscribe to our Patreon.
Already are. Let's get into it with our updates. We have a lot, I fear. I think there's a lot, or at least I have a lot.
I don't have that much because apparently I asked my roommate yesterday. I was like, has anything interesting happened to me in the past 2 weeks? And she was like, I have a bad memory. So I was like, maybe it's just me, but I do have a couple things.
Okay, slay.
I do have a couple things. I found a new therapist.
Thank God. I'm so happy. Cameron's gonna be relieved.
I know. I was like, I need to talk about it on the podcast so Cameron can know.
Aww.
I know, because
like
I do really like her. She's really nice, and I feel like she actually like is like not just like about support necessarily, but like she really wants to help me actually like improve my life.
Oh, that's so good.
And not just a key every week.
Yeah, I mean, a key is fun, but
it is.
You are paying.
No, we literally had 2 sessions back to back, like one day and then the next day.
Amazing.
We had 2. I've never had that before, but it was because we were filling out my intake form, and it literally took 2 sessions to fill it out.
Oh yeah, sometimes I have clients who it's 3 or 4 sessions of intake. If there's a long trauma history, like, we gotta really sit with it, because I'm not gonna rush you through it and re-traumatize you. So I feel like that's a really good sign.
Yeah, I'm really happy. She's so nice. Okay, and then my next update is that I watched Saltburn. Have you seen Saltburn? I went through your letterbox and I didn't see that you watched it.
I did watch it.
You didn't put it on Letterboxd
a while ago. No, I think I watched that before I made my Letterboxd account, so I need to like go back and retroactively rate it. But I think I would give it 4.5 out of 5 stars.
Really? I only give it 3.5.
What? I'm a stan. I absolutely love that movie.
That movie, it was just, I think the main character, to me, I didn't like him. I think that's what kind of drew me off.
I didn't like him either.
Not like that, but like I thought he was boring for most of the movie, and like I really wasn't like enthralled to be in his perspective.
It just watched to me, like I always think of like the thrillers that I love, like the domestic thrillers that I love, the rich people drama thrillers that I love. I'm like, how could we make this a movie with an unlikable main character? And that is exactly what it was. Also, you get to look at Jacob Elordi, and it was dark. It was like, oh my God, this is literally my ideal book as a movie.
It was so dark. I'm sorry, the grave scene.
Do you know that was improvised?
The grave scene? I thought the bathtub was improvised.
Everybody leave the set, and it was just him and the cameraman, and he was like, I'm gonna do something. I can't believe you didn't know that.
No, that's just the grave scene. If you've seen Saltburn, that will forever live in my head rent free, and not in a good way necessarily.
The scene was bad.
The bath scene wasn't bad. I will not say who it was, but I've had somebody say that they would slurp my bathwater before, and I took it as a compliment.
I would slurp bathwater. Like, I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility. If I really like somebody and they asked me to do that, or I just like felt the urge, like, maybe I would. Like, I don't think that people freaking out over that, like, I think they're outing themselves as like the most boring ass vanilla people on the planet.
No, yeah. I thought when I heard about this scene, because people talk about the bathtub scene, what I heard is that he licked the drain. And when I was thinking about the drain, I was thinking about hair, and that's what grossed me out. But then that's not really what it is.
But I don't get grossed out by hair, like, at all.
It's hair. Hailey.
It's hair.
But imagine it in a drain and it catches all that debris and nastiness, and then it collects over time, and that's just
okay. When my hair builds up in the drain, I will pick it up and like roll it up into a little being, and then I'll go to camera and be like, do you want to see my little pet? And he'll always be like, get that shit away from me. But I think it's so fun. Like, it's my little rat.
No. That is unusual.
I have something related, because you know what I watched?
What?
Yellow Jackets.
Oh, yes, you did.
I'm not fake. I was not going to say on the last episode, oh, I'm going to watch this thing and then not watch it. Well, I did. I'm not going to lie. I did go in thinking I'm just going to watch this one episode so I can update her on the podcast and then move on with my life. I fear we're hooked. Like, that's our new show. Me and Cameron come home from work and we've been watching it. I think we're on like episode 8.
I saw on your Be Real.
I have a bold prediction. Don't tell me if it's true or false.
Okay, I'm just going to keep my face like this.
I think she eats that damn baby. I really think she eats that damn baby. If you don't know, listeners, what Yellow Jackets is about, it's about this like team like of soccer playing girlies in the 90s who are flying to nationals and their plane crashes and they get abandoned and no one rescues them for 19 months. And cannibalism begins. Yeah. One of the girls finds out a couple episodes in that she's pregnant. I think she's going to have that baby out there and I think she's going to eat that fucking baby. That is unconfirmed. That is not a spoiler because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Well, I can't even spoil you because I'm still on season 2 and she's still pregnant.
Season 2?
Yeah.
Well, damn. I'm not a show girl, but I love it.
Yellow Jackets is so good. I was trying to tell you.
And you were right.
I was right. I actually watched the show as well. That was my last update. I watched The Sex Lives of College Girls. I binge watched the entire show because of Renee Rapp.
Talk about licking a drain. Get Renee in that bathwater now. Get her in there.
No, because when you were talking about Renee Rapp, I never heard of her before. And then I went and watched Mean Girls and I was like, okay, the obsession has overtaken me. And then I literally binge watched. I stopped Yellow Jackets. I just stopped like mid season 2 and I watched all of The Sex Lives of College Girls. Yeah.
I haven't watched it. I have seen edits.
It's good.
Still.
It's funny, and I'm not really a funny show person, but I liked it. No, it's a good show, and I feel like it's definitely like, if you want something lighter after Yellow Jackets, I feel like it's definitely like a lighter show, but it still has like a lot of relatable things. Like, I feel like it's actually like a relatable...
You know what else I watched? Lisa Frankenstein.
Oh, I've been really wanting to see that, but I just haven't had the time recently.
The iconery. I haven't watched a movie in so long that I was like, immediately it's a cult classic. Like, this is something I'm going to show my daughter if I have a daughter. Like, it just clicked with me immediately. People will be watching this movie for decades. I truly believe.
Well, it is made by the same person who made Jennifer's Body, another cult classic.
Well, that makes
Did you not know
so
that?
Much sense. No, I did not. That's crazy.
Yeah, I think it's the same writer, but the director is actually Robin Williams' daughter.
The vibes. You're in love because it's giving Tim Burton meets Heathers, like 80s.
Yeah, I've heard it's Tim Burton meets Beetlejuice meets Heathers.
And my favorite thing, like what stood out to me, was Cole Sprouse plays like the main guy. No lines. He has no lines.
He just doesn't talk.
He just like grunts and gestures. And honestly, I feel like we need to normalize that. I feel like normalize leading men having 0 lines. Because when I'm sitting in the movie theater trying to like lay back and relax, eat my little snack, have my little cherry Coke, I don't want to be hearing a man's voice. And that was one of the most beautiful, wonderful parts of that movie experience.
Okay, I really love that for you. I'm really excited to see it.
It's so good. I mean, Cameron didn't get it at all. It's so campy, avant-garde almost. He okay. As soon as the movie finished, he turned to me and he was like, I don't know what that was. I don't know how to feel about it, but you're obsessed.
He just knows you so well.
Get it? Like, he doesn't know why I'm obsessed. He just knows what is going to appeal to me.
I love that.
Movies. Yeah, I know you probably heard of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, like
the one we roasted last episode.
Unfortunately, which I'm surprised nobody got mad about that.
No, they just focused on other things in the episode.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. We do want to address and give maybe a little apology corner. But I fear there's a new cinematic universe on the block. The HCU was created and coined by one of my wonderful patrons in a reading sprint. I was telling everybody about my like manic hyperfixation, maladaptive daydreaming land, just like the universe that I traverse and explore in my mind of my own making. Someone was like, oh yeah, the Hailey Cinematic Universe, the HCU.
Not the Hailey Cinematic Universe.
Yeah, so if I ever refer to the HCU, now y'all know what I'm talking about. I will probably bring HCU updates. Right now, like, Rory is moved in and comfortable in the HCU.
Oh, still living there?
Yes, I'm still very much in my Rory era. I don't see myself leaving anytime soon. Also, I got 6 new tattoos.
Oh, I saw. You inspired
I
me.
can show the people
Let me
of
see.
Patreon can see this reveal. So this little like fine line of like beach things is for my grandma because we spent a lot of our bonding time on the beach. I also
Hmm.
got my Gemini tattoo. I don't know if you can see
Oh
that.
yeah, I've
Like the
seen that
two
one.
little faces. I love her. I added a line to my lyrics right here, which I like that. But the big pieces were on my other arm because I didn't really have a lot on my other arm. So I feel like she's really filled in now. My big one is the tiger. The
Yeah, I
tiger.
remember seeing the tiger too.
And this is an Arctic Monkeys album cover. So like that really filled in this arm. And then I have my little
Um,
book.
I fear it's not giving patchwork sleeves anymore. It's giving just sleeves.
Of the direction that I'm going. Like I want to have
Okay.
full sleeves so bad. So that's what I'm gonna do.
You inspired me. I finally, back in October, I reached out to the artist who did my sternum tattoo. And I was like, hey girl,
Mm.
like, I really want to do like patchwork sleeves. Like, so I sent her the pictures, but she was like, oh, I'll draw it up. And then she never responded. And I was like, okay. So then I just
Mm.
kind of forgot about it. But then I was like, no. So then I messaged her again. And then now she drew them up. We have an appointment. I sent my deposit. I'm getting them over spring break, which is happening in like 2 weeks. My spring break is so
Fun.
close.
No, so is Cam's. I think it's the same week.
Oh, I should just come down for a little visit.
We will be at the beach.
I'm literally not going anywhere. I'm literally going home and
I mean,
I'm
I always did
resting.
that in college. I would always go have my suburban staycation on spring break in college.
Yeah,
That's what I called it.
because some friends did invite me to like a beach trip, but I don't really know everybody that's on the trip. And it just like, I was like, I don't know if I really feel comfortable in this situation. So I decided not to go.
I hate group trips. I like a couples trip or a bestie trip. Group trips are a recipe for disaster. I've never had a good one, including my own fucking bachelorette party.
Oh no. Well, yeah,
Yeah,
but
we
you
don't need to talk
inspired me,
about
so
them.
I'll be getting my tattoos.
This last session, these 6, took a little over 5 hours, and I was pretty good. Like, I sat. My tattoo artist actually, he was like, you sit better than a lot of men. Like, you have a really high
Oh,
pain tolerance, huh? And I was like, oh my God, like, that makes me feel so good. Like, thank you. Like, a woman is stronger than any man. Thank you so much for that.
my pain tolerance is actually like really, really bad. So,
Oh, really?
yeah, for my sternum, I use numbing cream because that's bone. That's
I could not.
bone.
Okay, I don't know about that. When it gets close to your armpit, that's when I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, fuck. Like, it doesn't feel like the good feeling. Cause, like, on the outside of my arm, I think a tattoo feels really good. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a little crazy girl, but I love the feeling of just a little bit of mild pain. On the inside of my arm, though, near my armpit, that's when I was like, okay, I'm being stabbed. I don't like it.
Yeah, for me, the one that also hurt was the one like near my wrist.
Mm-hmm.
That one kind of hurt too because that one's like right by like your veins and stuff.
Yeah.
Even though this is like my least
So,
favorite tattoo,
really?
it's an eye, but nobody can ever tell. But I feel like it looks like an eye.
I have an eye too.
I'm getting more eyes. I got an eye because of Eric LaRocca.
No way. Did you
Mm-hmm.
tell them that's what the tattoo's for?
No, because I don't like it. So when I get my other eye tattoos, then I'm gonna tell them.
This is my first tattoo.
Oh.
Yeah, that was the one that made me like, oh, okay, I need to get a tattoo because I could not
Mm-hmm.
get this image out of my head. I could find nobody who had this image. Like, I took the inside of the eye, the lashes, the lightning, and the drops from 4 different tattoos and like mangled them together on
Oh.
Canva. And I brought it to the man who's now my like regular artist, and I was like, can you please render this in a way that doesn't look like a hodgepodge of Canva?
You did
And
a
now
good
I
job.
trust him. Yeah, sometimes like I will just tell him now what I want and he'll just draw it, no reference. Like the cherries on the cocktail skewer, I just told him, like, you know my style, I want cherries on a cocktail skewer, and he just did that.
That's so cool.
I did that on Valentine's Day which was so fun. I like got all my new tattoos and then immediately went to dinner with Cam. We've been going to the same place every Valentine's Day for the past 8 years.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
And we have had the same waiter like 3 years in a row now.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah. So it was cool. What did you do for Valentine's?
I actually didn't do anything. Well, my
Oh
boyfriend and
my.
I, we hung out the weekend of Valentine's week because it's like
Oh.
right in the middle of the weekend, or it was in the middle of the week. And he's a
Yeah.
teacher who lives an hour and 15 minutes away. So like we weren't doing anything that day, but we literally spent in this tiny ass room. We spent from Friday night to Sunday morning together.
Okay, quality time, love language.
No, yeah, literally, and we watched like 5 movies.
Little movie day.
It was so fun.
My next update is not fun.
Oh.
This is what I've been holding back.
No, what happened?
I got carjacked.
I know, I think I saw this on your story.
Yeah, someone tried to steal my fucking car. It was literally insane. I will tell you the whole story like a storytime YouTuber right now.
Okay.
So picture this. I have a session with my therapist and I'm like really determined to get my life together. I'm like, you know what? I need to take care of myself. I need to take care of my body. I need sleep. I need nutrition. I'm like, boom, boom, boom. We're going to get it together. Over the next week, I proceed to do just that. I had been going to the gym 10 days in a row. I'd been cooking healthy meals for myself every single day. I had been sleeping. I had been like getting this perfect work-life balance. I was getting stuff done on my to-do list. Like everything was just coming together. And I was like, holy shit, I've fucking done it. I was like having the best day ever. Like I did the gym, I did my salad, I did my work, and I was going down to the parking garage in my complex to drive to my first session of the day, which was at 3 p.m. Because on Mondays I work late. I don't have anything to do in the morning, so I can just like get myself ready for the week on Monday mornings. I walked into this parking garage, immediate dissociation. I was on the ceiling looking down at myself because all of my belongings that were in my car were scattered in the parking garage, just like everywhere. Yeah, everything that was in my car. And I am kind of like a messy little pack rat girly in my car. I keep a bunch of shit in there everywhere. And then I start seeing car parts among the wreckage. And in my mind, I'm like, this is not real. There's no way that this is my stuff. As I'm literally seeing like my brand new Melville tank top on the floor. I'm like, this isn't me. This is a movie. Like, there's no way this can be happening. My life just got good. Like, what? I walk up to my car, windows smashed. And I'm like, holy fuck, a theft occurred. Like, I am dealing with a thief. So I don't even look in the car. I don't try to drive away. I do nothing. I just call my clients and I'm like, hello, I'm sorry. Actually, what I told my clients is I am dealing with a fender bender.
Not a fender bender.
Therapist. I'm supposed to be showing up for them. The last thing I need them to do is worry. So I was like, I'm an offender bender. Like, would you be able to reschedule? And thank God everybody was able to reschedule. So that was fine because that was my main concern. But then I go down to my office, like my leasing office, and I was like really salty because this is a private parking garage that I pay for a spot in, and we also pay for 24-hour security. Like, this shouldn't have not happened. You have to have a sticker to scan into the garage. And then once you get in, there's a security man in there. How did this occur? Was it an inside job? And I walked up to my office and I'm like, hi, I just wanted to let you know that you might want to send a maintenance person to the second floor of the parking garage because all of my windows are smashed and all of my belongings are scattered everywhere and I don't really know how to clean that up. I don't want to cut myself. Deadpan. Nothing. And I'm like, hi, okay, yeah, so a theft occurred. They gave me nothing.
Yeah.
They were like, I'm so sorry. Like, that's so unfortunate. And I'm like, what do I do? Like, is this for me to handle? Is this for you to handle? Like, do I call the police? Like, I don't want to deal with the police. I hate APD. APD has fucked me over every single fucking time I've ever spoken to them. They're horrible. So I did not want to call the police. They were like, you do need to file a police report, blah, blah, blah. I called the police. Of course, they're no fucking help. They're like, we're not going to come down there unless the damage exceeds $5,000. So just submit a
What?
report online. Yeah,
That doesn't
that's what
make
they
any
literally
sense.
told me. I'm like, first of all, I can't assess a vehicle. Like, I don't know how much a fucking catalytic converter costs. Like, how am I
They stole
supposed
your
to tell you?
catalytic converter?
Dude, they stole everything. They stripped me of parts. And this is what I didn't know until I started trying to tally up the amount of what was taken is they took my entire ignition apart because I figured out it wasn't a theft. It was they were trying to steal the car. They opened up the entire area underneath my steering wheel and like the thing where you put the key in ripped out,
Uh-huh.
missing, like the car was undrivable.
Wow, that's terrible. I'm so sorry that happened.
I know, right? And it's like there was nothing I could do about it. I literally was at a loss because I didn't do anything. Like I wasn't at fault. The police won't pursue it because it's less than $5,000. So I'm like, what? Now I just have to fucking pay for this? Obviously my insurance is going to cover like most of it, but I have to pay $1,000 for doing nothing, for
Mm-mm.
like being the victim of a crime. Like I'm a girl who almost got my life together and now I have to pay $1,000 because I'm literally a victim of crime.
This is why I hate our justice system because it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any
I
sense at
was
all.
mad. I was so mad. I literally called the police station and I said, do you not understand I'm the victim of a crime? I'm just supposed to pay $1,000 because what? A crime was committed against me? I didn't have control over that. What if I can't pay my rent? What if I'm going to get evicted? Blah, 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 blah. He had no answers for me. He was so condescending. I'm like, isn't it, this is what I told him, isn't it your job to protect and serve? He was just silent. I'm
He
like,
was silent?
apparently not. Yes, he wouldn't answer. He like wouldn't engage with me at all. But Austin police probably deals with people getting mad at them all the time because they're literally fucking horrible. So he probably gets that a ton of times a day. But I was like, you're not protecting and serving me.
No, that's so terrible. Like, you have to pay money now for nothing.
I
You
do.
literally didn't do anything.
Here's the thing though. I am devious. I insinuated to my apartment complex that they were at fault because they were at fault. How did the
Yeah.
man get in the garage? And I think I literally scared the bejesus out of my apartment manager because he got on the page real quick that I was on. And he was like, you know what? Let me request the security footage. Let me get in contact with our security company and see why like nobody was able to handle this issue. Like this should have never happened, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay. Now all I had to do was threaten legal action. And now all of a sudden people are hopping to it and doing their job. So he gets with the security company, scrubs through 24 hours of footage and finds the one vehicle with a license plate that is not registered to a resident of our complex. I took that little license plate and I paid for a background check for anything related to this license plate. So now I have a dossier of over 27 pages of information on the owner of this vehicle. Entered my parking garage, and he was only there for 6 minutes and he left. And it's the only vehicle that's not associated with a resident here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's you, Curtis, and I'll say your fucking name. So I'm gonna come and get him. And I'm gonna get him. Like, I'm gonna get him.
As you
This is not a
should.
threat. This is not a threat. When I say get him, I don't mean kill him. I mean, he's gonna pay that $1,000. He will. I will take him to court. I will press charges. When I call back that officer, I'm going to say, I want to press charges and I have the case open and shut. Here is my dossier. Because this man, I got his whole rap sheet whenever I got the background check.
Mm-hmm.
He's been convicted of 29 crimes, 7 of which are vehicle related. He also runs a chop shop.
Not a chop shop.
I am more effective than APD, the FBI. Like, I solved my own crime, and yet no one will help me. I feel like a hopeless woman in a thriller.
Not a hopeless woman in a thriller, but you kind of are. Like, this literally could be a thriller.
I'm telling this story like this to everyone in my life, and everyone's like, oh my god, you're being so dramatic. Like, just pay the $1,000. And I'm like,
What?
pay the $1,000? Like, I don't know about y'all.
Who's telling you that you're being dramatic? Who's telling you that?
Everyone, my whole friend group. And I told my therapist, and she was like, you need new friends.
No, because I would never say that to you. $1,000? That's just random. Like, that's such a big amount to just have to pay out of nowhere for doing absolutely nothing.
I've been seething sitting here thinking about Mr. Curtis. That's really it for me.
Okay. So now, pop culture update? Or are we gonna do apology corner? I don't know why you're calling it apology corner, because I don't feel like there should be apologies made. That's just me, but
I
okay.
will apologize for something. I'm not going to apologize for having an opinion, because here's the thing. To quote the iconic Katya from Trixie and Katya's podcast, Mama, when I tell you what I'm about to tell you, you will be told my opinion. I love that video. It plays in my mind every time I'm about to say something that is an opinion. That's what it was. It was an opinion. So I'm not going to apologize for that. What I will apologize for is like judging people who aren't Taylor Swift. Because here's the thing, I'm going to judge Taylor all fucking day long. She's a billionaire. I think that is unethical. I disagree with that. I don't like her music. Like, there's really nothing redeeming for me about her. Okay, she's a woman. There's a lot of women on this planet that I don't like and I think are abhorrent, and she's one of them. If y'all are going to get offended on behalf of that, my opinion on a woman who's living in the world, get fucked. Like, I literally don't care. What I will apologize for is extrapolating things about her fans. If you're a fan of Miss Taylor, fine. Rock with her, bebop to her music, do whatever. I would encourage you to think about who you're supporting and like really take a moment with that. But that doesn't mean you're not doing anything. See, I want to say you're not doing anything harmful. I guess I will try my best to reserve my judgment for you. And I do apologize if I hurt you for insinuating something about her fan base. But what I'm not going to apologize for is not liking her. Taylor Smith.
Taylor Smith. I agree, but also the things that people were saying to us in our comments was not very nice at all, especially because a lot of them were talking about us not liking her and not anything about them. A lot of them were just mad that we didn't like her, and I think that's ridiculous. And the way that some people have behaved, it's just reflecting her own behavior that we've seen. So I don't think I'm gonna just be like, okay, yeah, I apologize for judging you if you're just like, because you're a Taylor Swift fan. But some of the assumptions that we did make are being reflected. So I think that some people need to take the time to sit with that, think about their own behavior and their own actions. Because we know some stuff that people don't know that we know. We see you.
We know. Do you think we don't have eyes fucking everywhere? We have eyes everywhere. We have ears everywhere. Fuck you.
Nicki Minaj mode activated.
That was too good. Our main critique was the white feminism of it all, and that's what really came raging. This wasn't even something that we talked about or something that I was aware of. Actually, someone slid in my DMs and made me aware of this. There is this constant narrative of like Taylor Swift being so oppressed because she's a woman in a male-dominated industry, that industry being billionaires. So again, very hard for me to have empathy there. But you know what? Yes, misogyny is real. I don't believe Taylor's really getting down about it, because if she is, she can wipe her tears with all of her Benjamins. But the thing about the fans that perpetuates the white feminism that we were talking about is these white women. I am a white woman, okay? I'm on your team, girls. I'm trying to be. But you're making it really difficult, because the constant narrative that is touted, it was touted in our comments, it was touted on some people's shady Instagram stories, and it's just like a constant thing that when Swifties are speaking up about the whatever, about Taylor, they say their piece and then they say, I'm tired. And someone said in my DM,
I'm tired. I'm tired. What about it?
Wasn't this phrase like co-opted from people of color who are tired of literally getting oppressed and killed in the streets? Because it just feels really weird to use that kind of language around being quote unquote bullied for liking Taylor Swift.
The I'm tired really sent me to a different dimension. I went off on my stories, I'm not even gonna lie, if y'all didn't see, because it really baffles me that people are tired of defending a billionaire when literally people are being killed every day. People are being incarcerated every day. All of this stuff is going on. Women are literally dying giving birth because the healthcare system fails them. I'm tired of that. I'm not tired of defending a billionaire, and I never will be.
And here's the thing, they don't have to. If you're so tired, go to sleep. If you're so tired of defending and being her little foot soldier, she's not asking you to do that. You have no obligation to do that. Please just go to sleep. Please just go rest up. Because if you are queer and if you are black and if you are trans or if you're another type of person of color, you don't get to just go to sleep and escape that.
No.
So shut the fuck up about I'm tired. No, you're not. Go to sleep, Becky.
Ooh, the I'm tired.
It's just they literally proved our point for us. The white feminism of it all.
I can't.
Apologies to the Swifties, no apology to Taylor Smith, and no apology to the perpetuators of white feminism. Please understand intersectionality. I feel like it's not that fucking hard.
It's not. It's really not at all.
So sorry. Moving on to pop culture updates. Have you watched Who the Fuck Did I Marry?
No? What is that? Oh, the TikTok parts? Oh, yeah, I have not watched it because I heard it's like 50 parts.
It's 52. And I spent, over the course of 48 hours, any free minute that I had, if I was eating, if I was showering, in between sessions, I was watching Who the Fuck Did I Marry?
I heard there's an ADHD version that's only 10 minutes long, and I'm going to watch that.
From her mouth, because it's that, I feel like that's such an important part of it, is Risa Tisa, who went through it. She is the survivor, giving her account. And it's so different from just hearing, like, you could read what happened to her, like, in a timeline written out on paper. But what really struck me about it is the way that the gaslighting that this woman experienced from her abusive husband, that's what the story's about. The gaslighting was so deep that she still feels like she has to defend her own reality as she's recounting the story for TikTok. It is the truest representation of escaping an abusive relationship that I've ever seen. Like, no documentary has captured that before, in my opinion. No piece of fictional media. It reminded me of being in a session with client. I used to work with domestic violence victims before I got licensed when I was an intern. And that's what it reminded me of. Severely triggered me. I'm not going to lie, because I don't know how much about this I've shared, but I have a very close friend of mine who is in an abusive marriage, and like I've pretty much accepted at this point that she's going to either die as his slave or he's going to kill her. And that was what almost happened to this woman. Like, we don't know. And she fucking got out. And I truly believe her doing that series, some people are like, oh yeah, she's just capitalizing on her trauma, blah, blah, blah. You know what? As she should. And if just one woman sees that and is able to gather the strength to escape, I just think it's a phenomenal thing that she did.
Wow. I'm gonna see if there's like a compilation of it all on YouTube and just watch it straight through, because I feel like that'll be easier. There is? Okay, that's what I'm gonna watch.
Take breaks. Don't watch it all the way through, because it's heavy stuff. I mean, it's real psychological abuse. And she says, like, you might have experienced a liar, you might have experienced a narcissist, but you have never experienced a pathological liar who exists to fuck with your mind. That's what this man did. From 6 o'clock in the morning when he woke up, before Risa Tisa even opened her little eyes, he was manipulating her. He was pretending to be on fake phone calls to manipulate her.
I'm just really glad she got out.
I was literally sobbing in my bathroom, like trying to do my makeup, being like, I can't, because I'm just so happy that she's out. There's this whole thing in her account about a BMW. Like, he would do the shitty thing where he was like, oh yeah, baby, I'm gonna buy you a BMW, da da da. And she test drove all these BMWs, like customized his BMW. He said, oh, it's getting delivered to the house on such and such day. Of course, she never got that damn BMW. It was just another way to like torture her and let her down and get her hopes up just to crush her. I hope BMW gives her that fucking car.
Oh, I hope that too. I didn't know it was this heavy, because I've heard like my roommates and stuff kind of mention it, but they were just like, oh my God, like it was so crazy. That's all that I've heard, is people being like, oh my God, it's so crazy. And my roommate was like, just watch the 10-minute version. So I didn't know it was that deep.
Honestly, I literally had to talk about it with my therapist, because when I share about the situation that my friend's in, that's kind of the narrative that I get from everyone, is like, oh yeah, that's so crazy. Like, that's so crazy that she's there. And it's like, it's a little bit more than crazy. It's actually like earth-shattering and heartbreaking. So
yeah,
I think it's easy for people to see something on the internet and kind of like emotionally separate themselves and just see it as entertainment. It's not. It's a real woman story. Like, this actually happened to her, and that fucking just struck a chord with me.
Yeah, that is really heartbreaking. But she's out.
She is, and thank God, she's so strong. I mean, it's so
Really resilient.
unbelievably difficult. Yes. Another thing in pop culture that I've been having on my TikTok, it's really been Who the Fuck Did I Marry and Love is Blind.
Everybody talks about Miss Love is Blind, and all I've seen about it is that one girl compared herself to Megan Fox and then doesn't look like Megan Fox. That's the only thing that I really know.
I feel so bad for her because here's the thing. The way
People
that she
are
said
roasting
it,
her.
I know, and I see both sides because the way that she said it was, a lot of people tell me I look like Megan Fox. I don't see it. I think it's just the light eyes and dark hair.
Oh.
Yeah, that sounds like something normal. But of course, when you tell a dumb ass, dumb as a box of fucking rocks, white, straight, cis piece of shit fucking man through a wall, oh, I look like Megan Fox, and then you step from behind that wall and you don't look like Megan Fox, of course he's going to be disappointed because he's dumb as a box of fucking rocks.
Yeah.
So people are kind of dragging her for that part, I guess, of like not being aware of what he would be expecting. But also, I don't think that's really on her because at the end of the day,
I
she
don't think
did
so.
say, people tell
She
me
doesn't see
this.
it.
But yeah, my whole thing that I take away from Love is Blind is all men lie and cheat.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it. That's it. But my big update, and you don't have to know anything about the show to know about this. This is crazy. Okay. So, you know those girls who, when a reality show's airing, will be like on TikTok, like, I actually knew so and so from Love Island, and here's the inside tea about him. And then they like
Yeah.
blow up, and everybody's like getting them on the podcast, whatever. So, one of my close friends, like in real life, hometown close friends, spoofed that. Like, she pretended to be that. It was satirical, it was funny. She like sent me the video where she was like, oh my god, I just turned on Love is Blind and that's my boyfriend. And she does that kind of shit all the time. Like when Saltburn was big, she made this whole video that was like, Jacob Elordi is my boyfriend and I would like suck the drain. Like, she's just funny.
Wait,
like
do I
that.
know this person?
Maybe she was at the wedding.
Yeah, wasn't she at my table?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. She does that kind of like stupid, trolling, satirical shit on TikTok all the time. She has 120,000 followers, so she's pretty massive.
Yeah, I saw recently.
But here's the thing, her videos don't really pop off. They will get like between 5 and 10K usually. So it's not giving viral. She's just kind of like doing her funny little silly shit and moving on with her life. Well, this video about Love is Blind literally got 20 million views.
I saw it at like 8.5 mil or something, and I was like, I clicked on it, I saw Love is Blind, I was like, I don't watch that, and I clicked away. But I saw this.
They took it at face value. No, literally, everyone took it at face value. They could very easily click on her account and see like what's going on, but nobody has any media literacy these days. The video is literally in a playlist on her account called She's an Actress. People did not do one shred of research before commenting like, who was it? Who's your boyfriend? Who's the cheater? Blah, blah, blah. She had MTV, The Today Show, like all of these media outlets reaching out to her saying like, tell your story, speak out. And she's literally, she doesn't know what to do. She's like, everyone is calling me a liar in my comments because I never dated anyone from Love is Blind, but like, of course I didn't. I don't live where these people live. I'm not in their age range. Like, of course I fucking didn't. And second of all, what do I say to all these fucking media outlets? She's like, do I just tell them I was goofing?
She has to. She has to just be like, bro. The fact that the Today Show and MTV is not even doing their research and seeing that it's in that playlist.
Because the first couple, BuzzFeed, I was like, all right. But then the Today Show. I was like,
the Today Show.
It's hilarious to me. People are so bloodthirsty around tea for reality shows that the media literacy goes out the window.
Yeah, it really does. And honestly, I'm not a reality TV show girl. The only one I
Oh,
watch is Love Island. Love Island UK is my show.
I can't. I
I
can't do
just love
Love
all those British
Island.
people.
I also can't do Hot to Handle.
Oh, I can't do Hot to Handle. Mm-mm. Too hot to handle. No. But I think I
And
would like Love is Blind.
I think you really would, because I talk about it with a lot of my therapist friends. Like, it's very much like you can psychoanalyze the boots. What was the other show that I was trying to think of? Oh, Selling Sunset.
I've
I
never heard of
cannot
that.
watch that shit. Oh my god, it's just a show that follows a bunch of fucking dumb as a box of rocks realtors around as they try to sell million-dollar houses. Like, I'm talking $20 million houses in like Calabasas. And we just follow like literally Heather, who will be like, yeah, so there's this mansion in Doheny and I'm like trying to sell it, but like it's really stressful because like I'm also trying to get married. And also the girl who sits at the desk across from me like doesn't like me. And
Oh
I
no.
just can't. I can't. Cameron is obsessed. He always wants to watch Selling Sunset. And I'm like, are you gay, first of all? I'm just kidding.
Don't do him. Don't do him.
But I'm like, how can you sit there and watch that? It's grating.
I don't know. Love Island, the only complaint I have is that there's too many damn episodes. There's too many
Yeah.
episodes per season. There's like 40. But there's a new season, I have to watch it because it's old, like people who were already on the show previously coming back to the show. And I've been seeing them post about it, and I need to watch this new season because, yeah. But it only
Wasn't
premieres
there
in
a
the summer.
girl?
So I'm confused.
Well, that kind of makes sense. But wasn't there a girl in there named Hailey Hughes?
I feel like there might have been, but I don't think she was like a main person in my head.
The reason why I know this is because the first suggestion is Hailey Hughes Love Island.
Okay.
And I've Googled that before, and the only thing that comes up is like this clip of her not understanding geography. And I'm like, honestly,
Yeah,
that's kind
she
of
probably
me.
was like a small like a character, real person, a small person in the show who got like written off the island soon, quickly.
It really is a character, though. Like, with a lot of
They
reality
are
TV,
characters.
if y'all think that shit is real, please wake up.
No,
They need
yeah.
some smelling salts. Like, smell the roses, wake up, come join us on Earth. That shit is not real.
And no, it's not real at all. But the drama of it all.
That's the entertaining part. That's the part that I can't escape.
I think we finally need to talk about Mr. Austin. We haven't really talked about him, but I feel like we just need to mention him because if you don't know, I mentioned it a couple episodes ago that Austin McBroom and his wife Catherine are getting a divorce. And then ever since then, Austin has literally been going off the rails. Did you see that he made a song? Did I tell you about this?
A song?
Did you?
No.
He made a song with DDG, which is Halle Bailey's baby daddy / partner. And they made a song. I think DDG just did the song and like Austin was like the inspiration or like he wrote it. And he literally played it for his kids. And I was like, this is really fucked up. Because in the song it's like, I've loved you for 8 years. We have so many kids and I'm gonna get you back. And he put it on in the car and was like, guys, do you like my new song? And I was like the Instagram reels and the TikToks and the memes that have just come out of Austin is so funny. And he was reading The Perfect Marriage, guys. I love The Perfect Marriage.
You are stuck on that he was reading The Perfect Marriage.
I'm stuck on it because I'm like, I love that book. I love it.
Austin McBroom new lifestyle book, girly.
I fear it could happen. But if y'all have not looked it up, just go on TikTok. Just go on TikTok and look up Austin McBroom memes, Austin McBroom anything, and you'll find them and you'll have a good laugh because he's been ridiculous. I'm like, I don't know how he's so memeable right now. Everything he does is just so funny.
It's hilarious. I love the ones that are so stupid, where he'll be like dancing around and the caption is just me when I'm dancing around.
But it's just the way that he just behaves. Funny. I don't know.
No, he's
I don't know.
going through it right now, and unfortunately it's very entertaining.
It's very, very entertaining. But I hope he's doing okay. I actually think that this is all a ploy because he actually posted from like an Instagram story from supposedly someone else's house, but they have like this wall that acts as their headboard that's very specific with like slats of wood, and you can see like Catherine taking pictures in front of like a mirror with the slats in the background. And when he posted that Instagram story after they were separated, after all this, the slats were in the back. He was like in a bed with the slats. So I think it's all a
Oh,
ploy, but that's just me.
I wouldn't put it past him.
I wouldn't either, because look at how much attention Austin's getting right now.
You know who else is getting attention?
Who?
Timothy Shimothy.
What did he do?
His twink death.
What?
Girl, do you know what a twink death is?
Did he get muscular or something?
It's like when you lose your twink status. The boy literally gained 10 fucking pounds. Like, barely any difference. Like, he's just aging and like his body's changing from like being a fucking 19-year-old little stick boy. I actually think he looks better. I think he looks healthy. I don't really like to comment on people's bodies like that, but if the whole rest of the world's already doing it, like, I will say I think he looks healthy.
Mm-hmm.
The way that people are policing his body online and like the way the twink death has become such a thing, I'm like, first of all, why are y'all co-opting that for a straight man? Second of all, why are y'all so mad that he's not skinny, eeny, teeny, meeny? It's
People
weird.
are so weird. They're just strange.
It like put me in a little bit of a spiral. And then I saw this TikTok of this man influencer, and he was like, seeing the way that women have reacted to Timothy Chalamet's quote unquote twink death has made me so insecure. I have relapsed into my eating disorder.
No.
And I was like, holy shit. Like, it's not just me. Also, I was talking about this with a male client the other day, actually. Like, men do have it really fucking easy. Trust me, I will be the first one to say that and call misogyny on fucking anything. But it's fucking hard to deal with toxic masculinity and feel like there's this impossible standard and you can't be vulnerable. And even when something is really shitty, you can't talk about it because then people are just going to shame you and say, like, shut the fuck up, misogyny exists. Like, both can be true. Men can be misogynist pigs, and they often are, but also like very fucking sad men's body standards are like this. Like, why are many young women having such feelings, like crying and throwing up over a man just gaining a few healthy pounds?
I don't know, but recently in the past couple of years with the rise of social media, I feel like this has become a thing where people are just like, specifically women, are like feral to a point that's like harming other people. Like, they even say this with hockey romances and girls fetishizing the hockey players. And that one girl went to the team, like went to the hockey player, and she was like screaming at him, like to do sexual things to her. And his wife was like right there. Like,
it's fucking crazy.
Like, women are behaving fairly. And you know what?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's okay, but sometimes it's harmful.
No, me. I will gnaw on the
Miss
bars
Farrell?
of my enclosure. Yes, I am Miss Farrell. But I don't really bring that into real life scenarios.
Yeah.
Also, there is like a toxic side of like edit culture that I've seen, just experiencing the edits or whatever. I think this was more of a widespread thing when Dahmer, the show, was a thing, because obviously what's his name, Evan Peters, is like so cutie, all the girls love him, but why are we gonna make Dahmer edits? Like, calm down, that's a little crazy.
Yeah, that's a little far.
People will do that with Rory Culkin, my baby daddy, my king, my everything of my heart and soul. He played a tragic victim of murder in a biopic, and people will like edit the man that he's playing who was tragically murdered, and then they'll have to put in the caption like, not about the character, only about the actor. Like, that's crazy to say about a real life man who was actually murdered.
No, that's insanity. I think that there's definitely a line that's being crossed, and people don't know what's reality and what's not anymore. I think we need to go outside, breathe some fresh air, touch a little grass.
God, yeah.
Also, did you see that Beyonce dropped 2 country songs?
I did. Why is everyone in their country era?
I fear Texas Hold'em has me.
Not
it does.
A country girl. I just can't get into it.
I don't really like country that much, but Texas Hold'em is something about with Beyonce's voice is really doing something for me. And I really like that song. 16 Carriages is really sad, and I just can't listen to it because I get too sad.
I don't want to say this. This is like kind of embarrassing to say. Like, I'm going to out myself right now a little bit. I'm not the biggest Beyonce fan like on the planet Earth. I'm sorry.
Listen, actually, you used to be a Beyonce hater.
Oh, you did?
Really? I used to be a Beyonce hater, but now I wouldn't say that I'm like a stan, but I'm definitely a fan.
I do like her older music, but I don't know, album by album by album, and I feel like this really started with Lemonade for me. It all feels like too big of a production. You know what I mean? Like if I'm
Oh.
listening to her songs from Lemonade on, I feel like I need to be on stage wearing sparkles. Like it needs to be the moment of the time of my life. Like things have to be happening. Like I can't just listen to that casually. Whereas like if I'm listening to a little boppy Lana song, I could literally just be combing my eyelashes in the mirror and it like fits the vibe. Does that
Mm.
make sense?
I see that, but I really like Lemonade. I think that's my favorite album from her. I really like Lemonade a lot. But I feel like Beyonce has such range. Look at her.
She
Look at what
does.
she's doing. That's what I really like about her is she has such range and her voice is just so magical. It's so
That's the thing is
magical.
like she's so talented. She's such a presence that I'm never gonna say I don't like her, but I don't listen to her music.
I wouldn't say I listen to her music often, but when I do listen to it, I'm in it.
I mean, listen, you play Crazy in Love, you play Halo. I'm gonna sing along badly, but I will sing along. I can't
Yeah.
resist, I fear.
She is an icon.
The
And
girls
she
are
dropped
out
it
of
Super Bowl
hiding.
Sunday. Honestly, that was the best thing that happened that day.
I agree because who cares about football?
I just hate everybody's like, congratulations to Taylor Swift and congratulations to her boyfriend. Nobody gives a fuck. I'm sorry. Nobody cares.
Wrong. The girls
What?
care. The girls care.
Girls care, but
Because these bitches didn't care about fucking football before Taylor Smith.
that's what I'm saying. No actual football fans care. Nobody gives a fuck. The rest of the world does not give a fuck. It's just y'all, but like nobody cares. Like what would happen if her boyfriend's team didn't win? Literally nothing. The world would still be spinning the same exact way. It doesn't matter.
I think it's so funny. I've been teasing my dad, brother, and Cameron about this for literal years. When men get emotional about football, I love to say it's just a fake little fantasy game. Why are you getting so upset? It's
Oh
just a
my
little fake little
gosh.
game. When someone gets so mad and upset about losing a board game that they flip the table, like that's what y'all are giving right now. And they get so mad. And literally, my brother will be like, if you're allowed to cry at your book, I'm allowed to get like this about a football game. And I'm like, okay. But it's still made up and fake.
It is made up and fake, but I think I have a different relationship with sports than you do just because sports in the black community are such a big thing. I used to like not like understand sports at all and the appeal, but like for black people, it's like one of their main outlets. And like a lot of times the only way for people to get out of poverty is to
Yeah.
play a sport and get an education. So like I really appreciate sports for what they do, but nobody cares if Taylor Swift's fucking boyfriend wins the fucking Super Bowl.
Yet again, a similarity between you and Cameron. Anytime I try to shit on football, he's like, do you want little black boys to not make it out to projects, Hailey? And I'm like, oh my god, that's crazy to say to me right now.
I mean, did he lie?
Gay, you're a better ally than me. Shut the fuck up.
Oh my gosh. Him and I always be on the same wave.
Y'all need to look at your charts.
Because it's just strange at this point. We're so opposite, but so similar. It's very
A straight
strange.
white man and a queer black woman. Just always aligning for some reason.
Always. Always. This is just so weird at this point. Oh, I did have one, but I don't think you're going to know who the person is.
Well, share.
Sexy Red gave birth to her baby,
I don't know who that
and
is.
she was in the hospital bed throwing up signs with her coochie out, and it was really interesting. I wish I was kidding. Like, you have to see it. I'm about to send
No,
it
I
to you
do.
right now so you can see exactly what I'm talking about, because I was like, Sexy Red, come on now.
Live
But
react.
Sexy Red, she made a song with Drake, but she's known for a lot of her other music. Do you know, like, I'm looking for the hose? Do you know that? Like, her stuff gets played in the club a lot.
And
Okay.
I don't go there anymore. I'm
Oh.
old.
Her music's just really ghetto hype music. I listen to
Okay,
it a lot when
slay.
I'm getting ready to go to the club. Oh, do you know Ski? If
Okay,
you see
yes.
me and you're trying to see what's up, Ski.
The
The baby's
star.
beside her.
Honestly, this
And I
is
was
so
like-
me when I give birth.
I'm like, she's doing phenomenal.
She is.
She was literally
We
bending
have
over
to show
twerking.
The Patreon people. Look at that. The star on the baby's face
Mm-hmm.
in the hospital gown.
No, literally. And I just thought it was the funniest thing. Okay, she definitely can do wrong, actually, but I love her. I really do. Like, even when she does wrong, I'm like, it's okay. Like, we can move past it, you know? I'm very forgiving
Yeah.
towards Sexy because I think that she's just real. Like, she's real in the same way that Cardi B is real, but like even more
Mhm.
ghetto.
I think everyone gets a few people that they just give them the free pass. Do wrong,
No, the
commit a
things that she be
crime,
saying,
who cares?
problematic. Problematic queen. But I don't really care.
And you know what? Maybe that's why we shouldn't judge the Swifties, because sometimes maybe they just don't care. Maybe she's their one girl and they just don't care.
Maybe that's true. But like I'm be singing it till I die. Like I'm gonna be in the old folks home singing ski.
I can't wait to see it. Shall we reveal our squishes of the week?
Yes. This one is
Okay.
a new acquisition for me.
Ooh, new to the collection.
Because we had a wellness day and I bought Squishmallows and I spent $200 on books. It was actually $170, but with the Squishmallows, it was about 200 for real.
Okay, Miriam.
I was trying to be well. They said a wellness day. I said, okay, books.
Well, I'm
Okay.
excited. Give us a countdown.
3, 2, 1. Oh, mine's name is Connor. Yeah, it says, everyone move out the way. Connor is at the finish line waiting for you. The cow is quite the athlete, and you can't usually catch him riding his bike all over town. Connor loves to travel, but do you know the coolest place he's ever been to? California. But he was just so cute. I was like, I have to have him. And look at his little tail.
That's a perfect size squish. Like, my girl is a skunk, and she's a little too big for me. Like, why? She's awkwardly big. But I needed her because of the eyelashes and the little pink ears. And I ripped off her tag, but I named her Penelope when I got her.
Ooh, she does look like a Penelope.
Right? And she kind of reminds me of, do you know the little elephant, like ancient, what are those things? Ancient elephants?
The ancient elephants.
You know, in the Ice Age, like what were those elephants called?
Oh, I know what you're talking about, but I can't remember what they're called.
Woolly mammoth?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that. You know the little cunty woolly mammoth that Nicki Minaj voices in the Ice Age movies?
Uh-huh.
She just kind of gives me that energy.
Oh, okay, I see it.
I can't explain it. It's like, because it was just the blueprint, but then they added eyelashes and pink, and it's like, it's a girl. The
Yeah.
interview where Nikki is talking about that character is my favorite Nikki interview ever.
She is a character.
She's a mammoth, of course.
That is such a funny interview. Lore nugget time.
Probably my favorite part of every episode. Lore nuggets.
I love the lore nuggets, even though you know my lore nugget already, but I need to tell it to the people.
I think you know mine as well, so we're just revealing for the people. So, before I found my place on the internet with BookTube and book social media, I guess, I had 2 failed social media ventures.
I don't
Do you
think I
know
know
what they
this.
are? You really? Okay, well, my most recent one, I started a Austin blog where I was just talking about reviews of different places in Austin, restaurants, and then it kind of turned into a fashion lifestyle blog kind of thing. And then I think I started it in 2019, and then COVID hit, and it was well, I can't go anywhere or review any places because I'm literally just sitting in my house. And I had posts scheduled out for a month in advance. I was on my shit when I had my blog. But the week that COVID lockdown started, I had scheduled a Your Guide to New Orleans post because me and Cameron went to New Orleans a few months before. And when I tell you, the girls tried to cancel me. They were like, "Do you really think you should be promoting travel right now?" And I was like, it was a scheduled post literally a month ago. How was I to predict a global pandemic? Also, I'm pretty sure I can tell you the places to go in New Orleans and you can use your fucking brain and know that I'm not telling you to go right this fucking second.
No, yeah.
And then I shut it down. And before that, in college, I was a storytime YouTuber.
No.
Yes, I've privated all the videos. Literally no one can ever see those in the light of day. No one. You can't. Nobody can. I used to tell stories about just mishaps that happened to me. My one that like really took off actually was my saga with my crazy roommate.
Yeah, because that is a crazy story.
Yeah, and imagine in 2017 when the story
They
times were
ate it
going
up.
crazy. Oh yeah, the girls wanted to know. But also some people were like dragging me down in the comments. I always try to do something and then they cancel me so quickly. I told the story about all the crazy shit that she did, and this one person commented, it literally lives in my brain. They were like, I just think you're projecting a lot onto her because you're really privileged to be able to own both a cheese grater and a lemon zester to be able to know the difference. Maybe she didn't grow up with that, so maybe she doesn't know. Issue of privilege if you leave moldy cheese in someone's lemon zester.
It was the moldiness.
Yeah.
My lore nugget is kind of a scary one. It
Oh.
is one day, Hailey and I were on sprints. And I believe, was it Miss Aspen there as well?
Yes.
And I was really starving. So me and my roommates, as we do, because we like to say that we're big. I know that's kind of offensive, but we love to eat. So we like to say that we're being big together. So
Mhm.
we love to chow down. We're gonna one thing about us, we're gonna eat. So there's this place that's like there's multiple locations, but it's a really like small startup in North Carolina. It's called the Dankery. It's really good. Even though people say it's overrated, it's really good. They're just broke. That's not my problem. So I went to the Dankery, got my usual, and I was driving all of us. So all of my roommates, all four of us were in the car. We're pulling into the parking lot to go to my apartment complex, and these men on scooters start chasing us. And I had no idea. And my roommates were like, Daijah, I think they're men on scooters chasing us. And I was like, nah, like they're just going the same direction. Like it's fine. So I started speeding away, in my car, going faster than them. Basically, we have like four parking lots for my apartment complex. So I was driving through two of them, going onto a side street, then to get into the parking lot that I park in. So I'm gone. Like I can't see them, they can't see me, whatever. I pull into this parking lot, go to park. They pull up and they go, oh yeah, it's that bitch, and then throw something at my car. And then I had to drive away, do a wraparound, and then they were gone. I did call UPD. They called me back, took a report, did nothing. Haven't heard anything about it since. My car is fine, but it was very terrifying. And that's my lore nugget, is that I was chased by random men on fucking scooters.
That shook me. When you came back to sprints and you were like, here's what just happened. I was like, wait, I thought you were just going to get the wings. Like, so for today's topic, we've been
Meat and
gabbing for
potatoes.
meat and potatoes. That's what it is. Meat and potato corner. for today. For today's meat and potatoes, we just have a little like game to play because we've really been gabbing the entire episode. We're just gonna do a little fun game. I don't know if y'all have seen the structure on TikTok or on Instagram where you say like we are something that we both are. Of course we're gonna blah 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 blah. So an example would be like we're teachers, of course we're gonna drink all the fucking coffee in the teacher's lounge. Like, something like that. That was so fucking stupid. But that's the structure, you know what I mean? So we have a few shared categories that we will just go back and forth with. I think we should try to like make it more and more just like crazy as we go.
Why you say it like that?
I was like, how is it going to be more exciting? I don't know. We'll just make it crazy. I will start. We're booktubers. Of course, we're going to put 20 books on our monthly TBR and then read none of them. We're booktubers. Of course, our entire audience is going to get so mad when we get a sponsorship. A little shade.
Not the shade.
Y'all want us to have a livelihood. I don't know.
We're booktubers. Of course, people are going to think we hate a book when we give it 3 stars.
Real.
They think that we do.
Read more than 20 books in a month. People are going to accuse us of not really reading the books.
They do that. They do. We're booktubers. Of course, people are going to say listening to audiobooks isn't real reading.
Ooh, that one really drives me up the wall. We're booktubers. Of course, we're going to put off editing our wrap up.
Every time.
Everyone does
Every
that.
time. You got one?
We're gonna take B-roll of our coffee for our reading vlog.
I'm not gonna lie, I once went to the store and bought iced coffee just to make B-roll.
I have
I
bought
drank
so
it.
many things just for B-roll. Like, if I'm at Target, I always will look in their little section for like, ooh, what can I put in my B-roll that's like on theme?
Yeah, we're booktubers. Of course we're gonna vlog every book that we read.
If it's not in a vlog, honestly, people don't know that I read it. And I get so many comments of like, did you read this? And I'm like, girl, did you not watch my wrap? I'm like, fake fan. We're booktubers. Of course we're gonna have fake plants hanging off our dusty ass shelves.
And never
I
dust
even
them.
bought gloves, dusting gloves, that I could just like run through my fake plants. I don't use that shit.
We're booktubers. Of course people are gonna get mad when we read outside our usual genres.
We're booktubers. If we read anything outside the genre that we're known for, nobody watches our goddamn videos.
Ooh, the video I posted, the black booktube or the black book video, it was not doing so hot. I was like, this is racism at its finest.
About this for 20 minutes to Cameron the other day because I did my little like books by black authors blah 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 that I do every year in February for Black History Month. Why did it get a quarter of the views that I normally get? It was crazy. People eat up my thriller reading vlogs. Why is she sitting at 2K?
It literally is racism. It's ridiculous.
I don't know. That's just such a thing on BookTube specifically.
Yeah, it's like they just don't care. As soon as you put black, BIPOC, queer, they're like, I shouldn't watch it.
Yeah, that happened to my top 12 queer Rex video too. Is so many people were asking for that in the comments. I made it. Nobody watched it. We're booktubers. Of course we're going to care about the algorithm.
And we do.
And we do. We're booktubers. Of course, that one hate comment is just going to live in your head rent free.
The hate comments have been increasing recently for me.
When you get more exposure, you get more hate, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I started doing that too when I hit 5K. I was like, there's really no reason for this. And that's when the hate really started. I had to block a bunch of words. Now I don't really delete comments unless someone is just being like abhorrent and like bullying or something. But once I blocked words, that helped a lot.
We're delusional. Of course we're going to think we're besties with people who don't even know we exist.
Of course we think we can pull a celebrity in a bar.
Oh gosh.
We're delusional. Of course we're going to... Exactly.
The agreement always.
We're going to enable each other. Of course we're going to enable each other.
And we are. We're delusional. Of course we're just going to live in our own worlds when people are talking to us.
We're delusional. Of course it's a problem when someone else is doing it, but it's totally fine if we're doing it.
They're going to cancel us for that. It's all
not real.
jokes, guys.
This is satire.
Please.
This whole episode has been satire. I didn't mean anything I said. We're delusional. He doesn't text back for 3 hours. It's just because he's really nervous about what to say.
Mine's the opposite way. We're delusional. He doesn't text back for 3 hours. Of course, he's out with some other bitch.
Yeah, of course. That's just facts. We're delusional. Of course, if someone's talking to us, we're going to think they have a crush on us.
No, for real. We're delusional. Of course, when we walk around, we think everybody's paying attention. I'm like, I'm in a music video right now.
Same. Me on the bus. Literally, every time I would ride the bus, elementary through middle school to my first year of high school when I was still riding that damn bus, I would sit there and think, I'm so mysterious. Literally. Everyone's looking back here like, who is that girl wearing the baggy jeans and the band tee in the back of the bus? Like, they don't know me, but they want to. And really the one interaction that I ever had with a singular person on the bus was my crush coming up to me and saying, hey, we were just wondering, do you wear girls' clothes or do you shop in the boys section?
That's horrifying.
And I was like, I'm just gonna actually kill myself right here. I'll jump on the bus right now. We're bisexual. Of course we're gonna date a man.
Yeah, we're bisexual. Of course we're gonna be femme presenting.
We're bisexual. Of course we're gonna fight those transphobia allegations down. Which...
And are.
We should. Just because you identify that way does not mean that you do not see non-binary and trans people. I actually think many of those people are very attractive, so fuck you. We're bisexual, of course we're gonna listen to Is Too Cold for You Here. And I, like, that is the bisexual anthem, Sweater Weather.
We're bisexual. Of course we're gonna love Jennifer's Body.
We're bisexual. Of course we can't decide where to fucking eat.
Never.
I can't decide. Of course.
Oh, I was such a Jean Cuffer. I was such a Jean Cuffer.
Cameron came out of the bedroom the other day and he was like, I cuffed. What do you think? And I was like, you're coming out. Oh my God. Real for me. I don't know if this is real for you. We're bisexual women. Of course we're gonna objectify women with our straight male partners.
Yeah.
Both look, I'm sorry.
We're bisexual. Of course we're medicated.
We're bisexual. Of course, when we go to the bathroom, it's gonna take us 30 minutes because we have to untuck and retuck every single shirt and every single layer and retie that flannel and do everything we need to do for our outfit on the way out.
Real.
We're bisexual. Of course we like lemon bars.
What the fuck is a lemon bar?
That's a stereotype.
What are lemon bars?
That's what Reddit had to say. 181 thumbs up. What's going on? Yeah, we're
Real.
bisexual. Of course we're gonna get that coffee iced. This is fucking weird. All bi people are indecisive, cannot sit up straight, and love frogs.
Love frogs.
Love frogs. Turn into reading Reddit. Bi men are like your gay best friend that will go down on you.
That is out of pocket. We're bisexual. Of course we're gonna wear pounds of jewelry.
Real. Oh my God, the accessories. We do accessorize down. I saw a girl talking about that in a TikTok and she was like, it's the way that we queer code ourselves because we don't walk around and people know that we're queer. So we have to code ourselves in some way. And being a little bit campy, a little bit extra with our jewelry is a way of doing that.
I like that. We're bisexual. Of course we love plants. We're bisexual. Of course we have an existential crisis every single day.
We're bisexual. Of course we also have bipolar.
The bis unite.
Well, thanks for hanging out. Whether you're bi or not, whether you're a fucking booktuber or not, whether you're delusional or not, thanks for hanging out with the two of us, bookish, bi, delusional queens. Thanks for the gap.
Don't be drab.
And we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.